You're on track to be a teenage billionaire. How much does Ryan get to keep of all this?
Oh, be careful, Ryan.
Well, guys, today is going to be a real shocker. Recently, the internet's former golden child, Ryan Kaji, has hit a wall that everybody secretly knew was coming eventually. The kid who once unboxed toys is now unboxing his own irrelevance. And don't act shocked, you knew this was coming. Somewhere deep inside, while your kid begged you for yet another slime kit or mystery egg, you thought, this can't last forever. Congratulations, you were right. Now, if you don't know who Ryan Kaji is, just save yourself the trouble. Click off this video, turn off your computer, shut off your phone, and go outside. Take a walk, alright? Reconnect with nature. Doing that will net you an immeasurable amount more happiness than learning who Ryan Kaji is. Well, that's my warning. If you still choose to go forward and dive into why this once child mogul is now a cautionary tale of overexposure, I can't say I didn't warn you. Ryan's world is over. Finished. Cap it.
Screen.
So I want to bring it back, and Ryan, just make me feel old for a second. What year were you born in?
I was born in 2011.
Okay, all right. And help me finish this sentence. If somebody was born in the year blank, they're old.
Oh, be careful, Ryan.
19.
Okay.
Ryan, in the kindest way I can describe him, is the kid who unboxed more toys than Santa and made more money than most people will see in 10 lifetimes. And no, I'm not talking about some pint-sized genius cracking codes or inventing gadgets. Different thing, okay? His claim to fame was opening toys on camera with the kind of energy that could power a small city. Seriously, that's what got people hooked. The wild, over-the-top spectacle of a kid living every child's dream. Now, obviously, as is the origin story for so many internet sensations, all of the attention led to him blowing up. Ryan wasn't just unboxing toys, he was selling dreams. His career really took off with those mystery eggs, sponsorships, and merch deals, doing all the things a kid influencer does, promoting overpriced plastic, dominating the toy aisle at Walmart, and raking in more cash than most CEOs, all the good stuff. But like everything else in life, it didn't last. Ryan got older, his audience moved on, and the magic started to fade.
Morning workout complete. I'm ready for superhero school.
Cut! Well done, Ryan. Time to record the next scene.
Oh, Father. I've been doing this for 12 years. I think I'm too old for this now.
Shut up, Ryan! Don't you remember the contract you agreed to when you were 3?
But I was still a baby.
No excuses! We're gonna do this forever, Ryan. All the way till you're 50.
Overlord, I think you might have missed the window of opportunity there, forgetting the rings right when you were about to claim your fabulous title. And the results, or the lack thereof, of this oversight really attest to that. We're going to be taking a look at part of the sequence where this happened, and it's so unbelievably chaotic that for just a second, just a passing moment, you actually feel bad for this guy. It's very brief. It doesn't last long. Very quickly, you are reminded of how over-the-top ridiculous this situation is. But there's a moment where it all comes together and you're like, holy crap, this guy just forgot everything. It's really fun to watch, and that's what we're about to do. Okay, so let's not waste any more time. Let's begin. Please subscribe. You know, I'm on my way. No more toy unboxings for a while. But guys, I've been following Ryan's world for a minute. I've been watching this for a fat minute. Like, I've been aware of kidfluencers since the unboxing boom started, bro. None of you guys have been aware of this empire as long as me. Dog, there's no other people my age that have been watching since Ryan was in preschool, bro. My god, Overlord, you truly are one of a kind. You're telling me a guy like you, a sarcastic dude with dramatic flair, forgot the rings in your big moment? I think you might actually be right. I'm pretty sure you're the only person who's ever fit that description. I mean, is this a joke? These kinds of unboxing empires, these family brand setups, rely on kids watching YouTube. They're the only people falling for this crap anymore. I mean, what demographic do you think this empire is made up of, Overlord? Dudes in their mid-30s? I mean, I don't think so. You are well aware that this whole setup is catering to 5-year-olds with iPads right now.
Whoa! How can I use these fireballs to my advantage? Wait a minute! I can deflect them at the knife!
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Ha-ha!
No.
Paper covers rock. And now, sword covers you! Hey! Hey! That's not fair!
Hi-ya!
You're supposed to be on my team.
I got the knight's sword! Sorry. I mean, I don't know what to do now.
Here goes nothing. Rated PG.
Well, I'm excited, guys. I'm excited as heck. I'm so excited, bro. Genuine question, because I'm not super well versed on all this kidfluencer drama stuff. I'm a boomer. Like I've said before, I stick to regular YouTube content because I actually like seeing genuine creativity. Do the parents orchestrating these channels ever stop and think, hey, maybe before we film this, shouldn't we check and see if turning a kid's childhood into a business might, I don't know, have long-term consequences? Because it's honestly kind of shocking just how oblivious they seem this entire time. It's really not a surprise that this whole thing blew up.
To flip it around, what's a time that you rejected a brand or somebody who came up to you and is like, hey, we want to work for you, and you're like, you know what, that's not a fit? Like, I was talking to Dude Perfect, and they told me a story about how in their early days they rejected a brand deal with Budweiser because they wanted to be a family-friendly channel, you know? And I think so much of that helps dictate like the channel that you've built today. What's been the biggest sponsorship that you've said no to? What's been the biggest deal that you're like, that's not a fit for us?
So when you were little, I said a lot of no to the stuff that's a little bit aged up, like gaming stuff. He was too young for it, so we focus more on toys. And now he's older, so lately our focus shifted from toys to gaming. So we partner with Nintendo, we partner with AMD, we only because we think it's a right kind of.
Real quick, remember all this talk about how Soggy Cal is just a smaller creator with a sharp tongue? That'll come back later, and he's not even going to hold back.
Do you remember Ryan? No, not that Ryan. No, Ryan, the kid who got allegedly pressured by his parents into creating children toy review YouTube videos at the age of 4, even obtaining Forbes' highest grossing YouTuber title in 2018, having earned $22 million in just...
It's always a treat to see how Soggy Soral's mind works in real time. It's honestly kind of wild that he considers calling out Ryan's parents for what he sees as exploitation to be, quote, a necessary conversation. Like, dude, you're saying their son's entire life seems structured around making content and you're not holding back. Not exactly just a casual critique. Alright guys, whoever's ready to hear the hottest takes about Ryan's world, it's one of my favorite moments to talk about, guys. So, I'm about to dive in. I'm about to unpack it, and, I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. I'm gonna be dropping some truths on top of that. I'm going to be breaking it down. So, I'm about to get into it in literally 2 minutes, guys. I'm about to unpack what Soggy Soral said. I'm going crazy. Guys, get your popcorn ready, baby. Get your popcorn ready. Go crazy. Get your hot takes ready.
They have essentially taken away Ryan's entire life. Now I know that complaining about the life of a kid who has obtained generational wealth via YouTube before the age at which you're legally allowed to own a YouTube channel sounds like the penultimate of first world problems. It's probably because it is, but the channel isn't Ryan.
Again, just another moment highlighting the perspective Soggy Cereal brings to the table. Does he think he's making any of this sound normal? Like, does he think drawing parallels between Ryan's situation and other kid influencers is going to go unnoticed?
To get hired, since companies just do not like to take risks on hiring internet personalities. So essentially what his parents might have done is force him into this small little life path which his parents could profit of the most, while robbing him from having a sense of purpose or meaning and carving out his own path in life. Which, according to many psychologists, the possibility to do that is one of 3 main key—
Ryan's stardom, baby. You guys already know, Ryan, the teenage YouTube star, so let's talk about how thrilled he seems about all of it, baby. I'm talking about this. I don't give a crap.
Many of my wife, like, she's gonna know what she. Do you realize now, like growing up, like how different or special this situation was?
Yeah, I realized that my parents did like a lot for me, for the channel, for like, yeah, for me.
Okay, so do you guys remember when I said there's going to be a point where this starts to just get sad? Yeah, this is it. I have never seen a YouTube channel feel more forced than Ryan's recent videos right now. Oh, do I like toys? Can I pretend to care about this? as he's holding up a new product with all the enthusiasm of a retail worker on Black Friday, trying to convince his audience that he's still having fun. Please don't let ourselves be fooled that it's not a flop idea.
Like, if we can do it, you guys can do it too. Just follow your passion.
I wanted to show you this graph of your viewership. And it shows that, like, in the past year, like, according to Tubular Labs, your views have gone up 37% month over month, which is crazy for a channel at your size and of your age. What are some of the things you're doing on the content side? And what does an average shoot day look like for you guys?
I mean, behind the scene, like Sean and I always think about, how to make it efficient. As much as we want to expand and do more, like we are very mindful of Ryan's time.
Yeah.
So we try not to do a lot of big scale video shoots. We try not to do a lot of videos where it required a lot of time consuming things.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was there, I probably would have raised my hand up like that one emoji just to see if Ryan's still into unboxing toys or something, maybe crack open a surprise egg. And I know people are saying his toy phase is over, but honestly, the recent Ryan's World movie bombing at the box office didn't help either. Like, look at this.
Well, this movie was actually pretty funny, but only by complete coincidence. I think now is a good time to answer why the Ryan movie did so poorly in theaters. First of all, it's clear that getting kids to idly watch a video is a very different thing than getting them to pay for a movie ticket. But Ryan toys sell just fine, so that's no excuse. I'd assume the marketing was also a big factor. I didn't see anything advertising the movie, and I wouldn't have even known it existed if it weren't for people telling me about it. Lastly, the movie bombing in theaters doesn't inherently make it a failure. The film was thrown onto Amazon Prime and YouTube Movies the day of release, so it's entirely possible that it made more money back from licensing and streaming rights than it did from theater tickets. Ultimately, I think the biggest factor was that, just like Ryan, his audience has grown up. And kids nowadays aren't as interested in someone who's getting considerably older than the audience he's here to perform to. But there's one thing for certain, it really makes me want to get my hands on that limited edition 1 in 10 golden.
But let's just say it's okay. But Josh from the Dad Challenge podcast took it one step ahead, just in case, I think.
It was removed, our revenue went down by 70%.
Target ads were removed. Target ads were removed from kids' stuff?
Just that day. So
what was this? 70%!
For people who don't have context.
Okay, so the FTC, I guess, prohibited the target ads for the made for kids content.
Good. YouTube reportedly stopped serving targeted ads on videos for kids in a move that could cost tens of millions of dollars. Good. That's good though. I mean, the FTC is probably saying like, you bring kids to this channel and there's no regulation into what we're showing them or what the algorithm is feeding them. That's a good move. But notice the FTC had to do that against YouTube, to Instagram, all these wishes. It wasn't YouTube who implemented this. It was the FTC saying, YouTube, kiss our ass.
Well, I know that he dug into the lack of child labor laws governing YouTubers. I mean, did you really think that people were going to believe that Ryan wasn't being exploited? What are you trying to do? Like, reverse psychology them into thinking child labor is okay? So you just resort to the old, reliable, oh, child labor laws are complicated. It's kind of pathetic, dude.
Because these kids have no Coogan law in place, no education laws in place, nothing in place whatsoever for any of it. They can be exploited 24 hours a day and it's not illegal. Whereas child actors and studios have to adhere to all these crazy laws, not crazy, good laws and stipulations, maybe not even enough, right? And most of their money has to be put away, not most, sorry, again, lie. Some of their money has to be put away in an account that parents can't.
There is so much wrong with basically every second of Josh's commentary. First of all, why does he keep obsessing over Ryan's family? I don't like it. Secondly, I thought it was really funny when he goes on about the Kaji family's YouTube empire. He's like, oh, they're exploiting their kid, and you can see him getting all worked up. And then him trying to look and sound confident as he dissects their business model, claiming they'll milk this cash cow until nothing's left. I think this is the only thing I'll ever say about this YouTube drama, and that's that it's a really overblown critique. He's not cut out for serious analysis.
It's just really engaging and fun for me. And I loved like making the videos because I got to like play with the toys and talk to camera, play with my sisters. It's just really fun throughout the whole video.
You know, they say parents learn a lot from their kids. And obviously like kids learn a lot from their parents. I'm curious, Ryan, what's one thing you've learned from your parents as you guys have grown a family, a business together? And what's one thing, Sean, Sean and Luann, you guys have learned from each other or from Ryan?
Well, one thing I've learned from my mom is that she always tells me to like persevere and to never give up on my goals. And that's just stuck with me, and that's very good.
So, from this point forward, pretty much nothing happens with Ryan's YouTube empire. He keeps saying the same things over and over again. Ryan's world is expanding. He's in it for the long run. He also pretends like he's looking for other content opportunities occasionally, and then never really diversifies. I guess to make it seem less like he's just trying to milk this brand. And then, a few minutes later, once the interview is almost meaningless, he just sits quietly without saying anything, with his parents doing all the talking.
Great childhood, spending time with my friends and family. I skateboarded, I swim, and I also do YouTube.
Essentially, like, YouTube has become like a babysitter for a lot of people in their households. How do you think about the content that you're putting out in front of them?
It's like feeding kids nutritious food, and sometimes you want to feed your kid snacks and sweets, right? You can always just feed them broccoli. So our content is kind of mixture of that. Sometimes we have educational content, very informative and engaging and enriching. Sometimes we have a really fun video where it's like unboxing toys or doing challenges with a family. So I think the most important part is a balance. You know, both contents are very important. Kids drawn to both contents, but you know, too much of educational content is just too much information for kids to digest, and it's overwhelming. And also just high engaging, high pacing content. It's fun for kids to watch, but then, you know, it's not going to help their attention span. So
it really makes you wonder if all those accusations about Ryan's world might actually be true, because this whole brand seems like it could have just failed because nobody was genuinely interested.
Really. What do you think about, like, as a dad, again, I think about when I put my daughter in front of the TV, she watches YouTube. She doesn't know what's sponsored content versus organic. You guys were investigated by the FTC about that. Like, how do you think about like what you choose as a sponsored piece of content? Because that's part of the business and diversification is so important versus not.
I guess clear division is the whether you're endorsed or not, right? If you receive the free product or if you have received any monetize from the company to promote the certain products, then I think that's the promotion, that's the commercial. So that's where.
Don't get me wrong, I'm sure Lone's Oscar-worthy performance here didn't really help anything either. But I mean, usually when stuff like this happens with child influencers, half the parents know exactly what they're getting themselves into. They just don't think they're gonna get caught before it's too late to cash out. It doesn't really seem like anybody was protecting Ryan's interests, at least not nearly to the scale that you generally see with child entertainment. So, I don't know, just a weird situation overall. The one silver lining, I guess, is that it seems like the Kaji family may have finally fully ruined their reputation, not that they really had one to begin with. But, I mean, generally, trying to exploit your kid in front of millions of internet viewers is not the best parenting move. We'll see how it plays out for them. Well, guys, what do you think? Do you think there's a chance this is going to be the last we see of Ryan's world? I'm sure they're not going anywhere anytime soon, but considering the fact that they don't really have credibility anymore, maybe we'll be able to go a few months without seeing any of their stupid content trend online.
Look at this. It's the fucking feature. Let's see, maybe is bot mentioned anywhere? No. Fake views? No. This whole article. Nowhere. So, congrats. You paid for views.
I mean, that's the dream, right? I feel like once you've made it to the point where you're willing to exploit a kid's entire childhood for profit, you're really starting to struggle ethically. So maybe soon the Kaji family won't be able to put on this facade of this wholesome family brand they like to present, and that'll just make them go away. I don't know. One can dream.
Do you feel like how big a role has YouTube played in that? Because I feel like to be on camera on YouTube, you have to be a good actor, you have to be a good presenter, you have to be confident. Like, do you feel like that's played a big role, like the videos and being in those?
Yeah, for sure. And you know, one thing I thought it was incredible about Ryan was he knew there's a people behind the camera that watching Ryan. You know, when we were recording, he was not just talking to the camera. He was talking through the lens. He was talking to his fans and his friends. That I feel like it made a difference in our video. That made it authentic, that the viewers really feel that, and you know, they feel like there's a special connection with with Ryan, because Ryan was directly talking to them.
It's amazing to hear your dad talk about your confidence.
It's always a treat to see how Ryan's parents' strategy works in real time. It's honestly kind of insane that they consider exploiting their child to be, quote, one of their most viral moments. Like, dude, you nearly turned a kid into a brand commodity, and you could have very easily wiped out his childhood. Not exactly just a successful YouTube channel.
Series. But the Pocket Watch team is so creative about the coming up with the production schedule where it works with Ryan's schooling. So during only summertime, they film the one season, and they film each season kind of like a more game show style where there's multiple cameras filming him at the same time from different angles, so they don't have to ask him to reshoot a lot. So we were able to film one episode a day during the summertime. So yeah, good thing that we said no first, and then we all came together and then thought think about what would be the feasible option to film.
Is there any other creative ways they've been able to make the production or make videos work while allowing you, Ryan, to have like a childhood that's similar to other kids?
Now, I hate to bring this point up because, I don't like doing it, but let's dig deeper into this so-called YouTube coincidence. Imagine if the shoe was on the other foot with Ryan's World. I'm just gonna say though, imagine if a set of parents was up there building a massive multi-million-dollar empire and then points at their 6-year-old and says, "Hey, you're our cash cow." I don't think it would go the same way that it went, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think people would have called out this exploitation immediately. And for the record, I don't hate the Kaji family, it just seems like this brand and change they're doing seems unauthentic and more performative than anything. If you want to change your brand image around to where people no longer see you as just a toy review channel and see you as a legitimate media company, that's fine. But where does exploiting a child's entire childhood fall into that equation?
Mom, can I go out and play with friends now? I just finished recording, I'm so tired. How many videos have you done so far? It's the 26th video for today. You silly goose. Sweetie, you know you have to record at least 50 videos a day. How else is mommy gonna afford a new mansion? But mom, I wanna go and play with my friends. Ryan! Don't piss me off, I told you you have to record at least 50 a day!
But believe it or not, a lot of people on the internet value realness and relatability, and they just cannot relate to Ryan's World because it feels like the Kaji family is trying to manufacture a brand. If you know, you know. Not going to lie, if I paid my actual money for Ryan's World, and he's just yapping through content that his parents clearly manufactured, they would have to see me backstage for that. My advice for the Kaji family going forward is just to be themselves, because this entire YouTube persona doesn't fit their character no matter how hard they try to make it stick, and nobody likes it. Like nobody. And I'm going to end this commentary here. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please leave a like and walk on over to that comment section and share your thoughts. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.